G'day, how you going? Welcome back to another episode of Go and Walk About with Uncle Benny. We've done it. We've finally made it on our way up to Cooktown, we have, guys. So we're moseying on around today and we're going to drop out a few crab pots. Our cocoon crab pot and fishing gear crab pots, they still haven't arrived yet. Still got a few more days. So we're going to run the old ones for now and then we'll swap them over later in the week. On our way here, I got to thinking, 3 years back, I went on this incredible Indigenous tour with Juan. Go and Walk About Cultural Adventures. I'll whack their Facebook information up there, guys, and you can get all the information that you need. At the end of the tour, Juan said to me, if you're ever in the area, just pop on in, say g'day, grab yourself a spear and go for a hunt down in the groves. So Uncle Benny did just that on the way here to Cooktown. So let's mosey on off and have a gander at some of that footage while I zip on up this creek and get these pots on out, eh? It's goddamn shallow here, so this is not a system you're going to see Uncle Benny flooring it in. I'm just going to be moseying along nice and slow. So you guys enjoy this footage. Juan is deeply, deeply passionate about his culture and the outdoors. Everything that you experience on these tours was just part of growing up for old Juan, and because of that, he is passionate. Now, Juan is a very busy man. He would be down here with us today saying g'day, going around the flats, having a little bit of a hunt with old Uncle Benny, but I popped in last minute yesterday. I didn't give him any notice. Surprisingly enough, he still said yes to borrowing a spear. But the man's down at the primary school today, teaching his native language, Gugu Yalanji. Now this is very, very important, guys. I wish that this was done when I was back at school, and I'm very happy to hear that it's starting to pick up in schools today. Now, because Juan's so busy, he has a little bit of help with these tours. Cousin Aaron and niece Chaseley, they both run tours as well. They grew up doing the same thing Juan did, out on these lands in the Mossman Gorge, out at Kuya Beach, just enjoying the land, living off the land, hunting mud crab, swimming in the gorges. Hey, they'd even pluck a mango or two off the tree on the way in, cycling in after school to the gorge to have a swim. Now, his brother Brandon, he makes these spears because, as I mentioned, Juan is a very busy man. His wife Corinne, he helps him out by holding it all together. So let's mosey on around here today, guys, and see if we can't pluck ourselves out a mud crab or two, and then I'll take us into, ooh, speaking of mud crab, here's one just moseying along the flats here now. Bit undersized, but you can see him moseying along. How you going there, little bud? That's what we're after, my friends, but just a little bit bigger. Now let's see if we can't mosey this camera on in there. Fair dinkum, that don't happen very often. Little bucket was too. Hopefully that's a good sign for things to come today. Hopefully we can get ourselves a mud crab, mosey on into those mangroves, pluck ourselves out a snail or two, and we'll do a bit of a beachside cook up. How's that sound, guys? God dang, that sounds delicious to me. Now, if Dreamtime stories are your thing, guys, because Juan, his cousin, and his niece are so passionate about their culture, these Dreamtime stories they tell, they are just next level, my friends. You just need to close your eyes, immerse yourself, and just let their words take you back to the time of the dreaming. And you will get goosebumps all up your arms, I kid you not. Now let's mosey along and see if we can't get ourselves a mud crab. And just so you guys don't think old Uncle Benny's plucking anything out willy-nilly, the Crab King himself left me with a measure stick. This thing here fits perfectly in Uncle Benny's pocket, so I'm moseying along with my crab stick measurer, and we'll make sure we get ourselves a nice legal buck, guys. Come on, big buck! Have a go at the cute little guy, eh? This here's what we're chasing, guys. Hey, where's your pupper at, mate? Hey, even a little buck too. Off you go, my little friend. Have a good day. Hooroo. Unfortunately, that one there was a female, guys. Uncle Benny could tell from the top of its claws there. Now, but she looked like she would have been legal. Unfortunately, that's not what we're after. We can't keep the jennies here in Queensland. Only in New South Wales and Northern Territory. Let's keep on moseying along and see if we can't get a big buck. Hey, we just pulled on up here to let you guys know, just a quick FYI, before we start this next episode. Now, I know everybody hypes up the Great Ocean Road, and for good reason. It is the most mind-blowing drive you can do, but not enough is said about the drive from Cairns to the Port Douglas region. Woo-wee! It is gobsmacking, mind-blowing. I tell you what, guys, if you haven't done it yet, you need to organise yourself a vacation. Fair income, because it is unreal. You're sweeping around the mountains. You got all the mountains to the left of you, the wide open blue ocean to the right, and it is beautiful. Sweeping around the bends, and then all of a sudden, whoosh, the trees just engulf you, and barely an inch of sunlight comes on through there, guys, and it is crazy. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get back to this next episode. Hopefully we get ourselves some big bucks. Unfortunately, guys, we found ourselves another little jenny. What a shame. Now, these should be undersized anyway, but that's all right. You go have a good day, girl. Hooroo. Have a good day, darling. God dang, jennies, undersized bucks. We just need one big buck. We'll keep on looking, guys. Hey, we got ourselves another little teeny popper on the run. Hey, pop on out of there, mate. How unfortunate. He ain't just a little bit bigger. Oh, well, hopefully he don't bite my little toe off as I walk through all that. Righto, righto, surely we got to find ourselves a big buck eventually, eh? Righto, guys, I went for a mosey on up this little arm here. There was no sneaky little inlets, so we found ourselves a nice little deep hole in amongst some snags, and hopefully we snag ourselves a big buck. Fair dinkum. How cool was that, watching the crabs just mosey on through the water? Now, I know it's illegal for Uncle Benny to actually spear a mud crab here in Queensland, but that's why you notice I use the not so pointy end of the spear, and I just pin the crab on down and I wrangle him on up, guys. I wrangled him on up. Ain't nothing more fun than doing that, I reckon. So while we go mosey off and find a spot for pot number 2, how about I show you a little sneaky mosey on through the groves on foot, eh? Go on. Go have a gander. Righto guys, given the time of year, it's probably not very likely we're going to find a big buck in amongst these mangroves here. But you know Uncle Benny, he just loves moseying on through the groves. So we'll mosey on in here and give it a bit of a gander. And then we'll head on back out there, eh? How's that sound? Woo-wee! Ah, the mud between my toes. It just feels right. Let's go, guys. You guys will notice when Uncle Benny's handling the spear, pointy end down. We don't want to take out anybody's eyeballs. I know ain't nobody around Uncle Benny at the moment, but it's just a good habit to get into. Righto, hopefully we get ourselves a big buck in here, guys. What do you reckon? Sneak on in here, eh? Hey, unfortunately guys, there just ain't much to see in amongst the groves today, but that was to be expected. Juan did tell me before I left, the fresh water, she just trickles down off them mountains behind us, and it is ice cold in there. He ain't wrong. The water in amongst all the groves there, it is for a reason. And the old mud crab, they do go to sleep in cold water. They have been known to go to sleep in your ice, in your esky there, and you can take them on out and they'll come back alive, guys, if you put them in fresh water. Fresh salt water, that is. So let's mosey on out here to the flats again and see if we can't find ourselves a big buck, big buck. Even the snails, they were a bit scarce in there today. So old Uncle Benny, he just left them for Juan and his cultural adventure tours. As that tide pushes on in later, them big bucks are going to sneak on into them groves and start feeding on all them little crabs and shells and crustaceans and whatnot. But hey, we ain't going to be around until then, because that's not till late this Harvey. So let's see if we can't get one, eh? Woo-wee! I am hungry. A big buck would go right about now. Righto guys, what we found here is a little bit of an area where the water just moves a little bit slower on through here. It makes it a lot easier for creatures like the mud crab to mosey on along and get themselves a feed. Right ahead of us we've got a tiny little inlet, so we're just going to mosey this pot in and chuck it right at the mouth of this, and hopefully we snag ourselves a good buck. Hey, now I've been asked a few times of late about these grubby little hands of mine being all cut up and everything. Now you see, the story behind that is quite simple. When Uncle Benny was born, not only did the doctor slap my mother in the face and say, "What have you done to society?" I was also born right-handed. And because of my injury that I sustained, it kind of makes my life a little bit clumsy. I can't naturally be right-handed anymore. I've always got to use my left hand, which results in a little bit of clumsiness and Uncle Benny donging his hands up here and there and everywhere. But that's all right, because if that's my biggest problem in life, I'm doing pretty all right, aren't I? Righto, righto, that's pot number 2 out. So let's see if we can't mosey on and find ourselves a nice spot for pot number 3. How about I take us back and see what else we got up to it? Beach. Fair dinkum, guys. We mosey out the groves and straight up we see this little guy. Hey, that's what we want. Where's your popper at, boy? Where your popper at? They're an amazing little creature. Tasty little critters they are. Oh, dang. It'd be a shame if we can't get ourselves a big buck, but that's all right. We'll just keep moseying along. We got all day to kill. We got all day to kill, guys. Let's see if we can't get one. Fair dinkum, guys. Got ourselves another little Jenny, hey? They're out and about today. Hey, where your boyfriend at, mate? Hey, go get your boyfriend. Go get George. Hey, let's go find George. Come on, big buck. Hey, sick of finding all these little tiddlers and all the little Jennies. Surely we'll get some tucker sooner or later. Another littly. Come on, where's the big fellas at? Another little teeny popper. Hey, angry little critter that one is. Angry little critter. Hey, we got another one over here. There's a lot of little crab getting about, guys. Surely we'll find a big one eventually. Fair dinkum. There's a bit of activity going on out here, just not the activity we want to see. We're after the big bucks, not all this other little stuff, but it's all right. It's good to see. We're going to mosey on in, make our way slowly back into the car, and then we're going to come out again a bit later on the Savo. We're going to just take Neo for a bit of a run. We've got a crab moseying on off over here, we do. Cheeky little bugger he is. He don't want me to touch him anyway. Beautiful blue on the claws, isn't it, guys? Fair dinkum. Right, let's keep moseying on in. Maybe we'll get ourselves a big legal buck on the way to seeing Neo. If not, we'll swoop on back on out here after we take him for a bit of a walk, eh? Fair dinkum, another one of these little rascals. God damn, they're everywhere. They are in abundance, which is good to see, guys. But we want tucker. Where's our tucker at? Woo-wee. Now all I'm doing is I'm moseying on through these flats here, guys, finding all the little stingray holes and poking my spearhead in there. Just lightly, just to stir the mud crab up, get him all burrowed on up, he will, and he'll come on out. He'll want to knuckle on up, he will. But we haven't had much luck. Also, I'm keeping my eyes peeled like a banana, because there's plenty of these little guys just scurrying along the bottom there is. You just got to look for something that shouldn't be there. A nice brown little blob. And then you chase him. And so far they've all been undersized or jennies. But after we have a little snack and take Neo for a bit of a walk, hopefully the big boys are going to come out to play. Let's get on in here and get on back out. Woo! There is something exciting about just moseying on up a new system, guys. Now just up here on the bend, I found myself a nice deep hole with a fair bit of structure in amongst it. So we're going to mosey along and we're going to perch this pot up in here. We just got to be sure not to drop it on top of any of this structure. So we're just going to mosey along nice and slow like. How good's that been at Cooya Beach so far, guys? Hey, if you guys are up in the Port Douglas region, you might want to consider getting yourself a tour with Juan, because what you're seeing Uncle Benny do there, that's just a little snippet of what you can do with Juan. Righto, righto. This here's looking pretty good. Get on in there, girl. Get in there nice and deep like. Get Uncle Benny a nice big buck. Righto, righto. That's pot number 3 sorted, guys. Woo-hoo-hoo! One more to go and then we'll sneak on off and we'll do a little bit of fishing. And then the Savo will mosey on around and check these pots, the pots that we can get to anyway, and hopefully get ourselves a big rusty buck and do a little bit of a cook up the Savo for you guys, eh? So while I mosey on off and find a sneaky little spot for pot number 4, how about we see how the rest of the day at Cooya Beach went? Catch you guys in a minute. Hey, fair dinkum, guys. Last time Uncle Benny was moseying on through the groves, back at Bowen there with me mates' kids. Hey, have a go at them. Looking quite snazzy in their attire there, our Uncle Benny attire. Nephew Will, niece Mia, and nephew Jace. Hey, they're me mates' kids from back at Bowen. I took them on out for a little bit of a scout around the mangroves before I took on off Bowen. The result was much the same as we're having today, but we caught a lot less crab that day, but they were all little babies. You guys better make sure you find out where them big bucks are for the next time Uncle Benny moseys on back into Bowen, because we're going to scurry on down there and get ourselves one or two, eh guys? Until then, keep on watching and see what Uncle Benny gets up to. Can't wait to see yous again. Hey, fair dinkum, guys, have a go at this. The tide, she's gone right on out. So we've moseyed on out here for another walk. We're going to go for a couple of hours of Savo. We're taking now for a bit of a stroll, so we ain't going too stir crazy anymore. Hopefully we can pluck ourselves out a big buck to Savo and do a little bit of a cook up for you guys later on. If not, we're just going to have to mosey on off and do a little bit of a pot drop in the next system, eh guys? But let's keep on going the Savo and see if we can't turn our luck around. We're seeing plenty of little ones. We just got to find that big buck. Come on, let's go, guys. Righto, righto, righto. Unfortunately, Uncle Benny couldn't produce the goods today, but it's not always about producing the goods. Sometimes it's just about the experience, guys. And that was unreal, moseying along out there, seeing the mud crabs swim around in their natural habitat. And it was fantastic to catch up with Juan, say g'day. Maybe next time, when I finally manage to loop my way back around to the northeast coast, I'll give Juan a little bit more notice and we'll put together a bit better of an episode to do with his grand walkabout cultural tours and everything like that, guys. Now, because Uncle Benny didn't come away with the goods, I'm going to have to see you guys over at Cooktown. We'll do a little bit of a crab pot drop. I've got a couple of packages to pick on up. Most important package is from Cooktown's crab pots and fishing gear. Woo-hoo-hoo! Uncle Benny is excited, to say the least, to get these crab pots and get them on out there in Cooktown, guys. Hopefully we get ourselves some big bucks. Anyway, enough about that. I'll see you guys at Cooktown. But before we do that, how about I mosey on back in, get that goose on in the air, and I'll show you just how beautiful this place is. Might even whack in some footage of last time I went on a tour with Juan. How about that? We're moseying on in here. We found ourselves a sneaky little inlet. God dang, is it shallow? But it's a little bit deeper here. It's 0.9. Everywhere else it's 0.5. Righto, have a go at that. Look at that, guys. Beautiful mud crab paradise. Righto, let's get this pot in. Get on in there, darling. Back her on up, back her on up. Get us out of here, Black Beauty. As for you, you just need to get me a mud crab. One job, get me a mud crab. Righto, guys, we're gonna mosey on off and we're gonna do a little bit of fishing in this system. Maybe about an hour or two, and then we'll check these couple of pots. And then we'll move on down to the next one and we'll do a bit of fishing in there, and then we'll check them pots too. Righto, guys, on our way to the next fishing hole. Thought I'd pull these pots in. Hey, fair dinkum. Have a go at these boys. He's got some nice claws on him, this fella. Come on, get out of there. You don't want to come. Down you hop. There he goes. Oh, he's quite full too. Let's get the measure stick on him, old iron bark, eh? Plenty legal, guys, plenty legal. Well, I don't know what all that beeping was about. Let's get this guy all wrapped on up, eh? Get on in there, big fella. The old iPhone keeps on doing some sort of emergency call that we don't need. We just turn that on off. We don't need anyone popping on out here. Righto, let's get this next fella out. Come here, mate. Whoop. He did not want to come out, that fella. He's nice and full too. Woo-wee! We are getting blown around, guys. Oh. What do we got here? Plenty legal. Righty-o, righty-o. Now, with these Crab King Pro cuffs, guys, like every bloke, Uncle Benny's a knucklehead. He doesn't like to read no instructions. But after going out with the Crab King himself, he showed me. You preload them. That way it's not going to get all tangled when you're wrapping your crab on up. And you jam his claws on in like that. And because we've got it all preloaded, we just pop him on there. We'll do a preload later, eh? We've got a bit going on, getting pushed into the groves and whatnot. Well, that was a little bit chaotic, wasn't it? Let's get ourselves out of here. Go on, get back in there, mate. Oh, Black Beauty. Get us on out of here, Black Beauty. Come on, darling. Back us on up. Woo-hoo-hoo! We got ourselves 2 good bucks, guys. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah! Oh, god dang. Have a go at this. Fair income. Uncle Benny loves moseying on into a new system and just plucking out a couple of good bucks. We're gonna go do ourselves a cook up tonight. Let's mosey on off, do a little bit of fishing, and we'll check these pots again, the Sabo. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Yeah! Let's go see what we got in pot number 4 before we go fishing, guys. Forgot all about that first one. Woohoo! We might get lucky. Come on! Let's go! Righto, guys, we're just sneaking in on this first pot we dropped in. Woo! After that last one, I'm just a wee bit excited, I am. Come on, big buck. What you think, boyo? Big buck or what? Come on, big buck. Come on, come on, come on. Back us on up a bit, Black Beauty. That a girl, that a girl. Well, that was a bit unfortunate, but that's all right. The overnight cycle will get them. Now let's mosey on up here and do a little bit of fishing. Obviously we got nothing in the other 2 pots, but the Sabo, when we're done doing a bit of fishing, we're gonna mosey on off and we'll check them all again, eh? Woo-hoo! Hopefully we get some more big bucks. Fish would be nice too, eh? Let's go see if we can't get one. Moseying on up to the next pots, guys, and we'll just give this one a little bit of a quick check. Hey, this is where we got the 2 bucks before. Don't much like our chances of cleaning up again so shortly, but we'll give her a check. We got another one, guys. You wouldn't believe it. I don't know if this one's going to go legal. We'll throw him on the measure stick. Get him on out of there first. Come on, bud. Hey, you're tangled. Come on out of there, mate. Hey, where we going? There we blow, there she blows. What do we got? It's just legal, guys. Touching's touching. Touching's legal, guys. Woohoo! Oh, dang. 3 crab out of that 1 pot already, and that's only in a few hours. Now, as I was saying before, when I went out with the Crab King, he showed me to preload the cup like so. Now, let's get on over here, and I'll show you. Now, Uncle Benny has always got a bit of a mess going on, eh? Well, that's alright. It's all part of the fun, isn't it? Now, see, because he's preloaded like that, just pop him on off, swoop him on under, flip him up. Same goes on this side. Pop him on off. He ain't going to get all tangled and everything now. Pays to read instructions every once in a while, guys. I was just lucky I went out with the Crab King himself. Or otherwise, I'd still be doing it the hard way. But that's alright. Let's get him sorted out, get him in the well with the other 2, and then we'll mosey on off and check these other pots, eh? What a cracker of a day. Get on in there, mate. Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh, dang. This is incredible. Oh, Uncle Benny has been craving mud crab for a couple of days now. Fair dinkum, I go through these things like candy. Righto, let's go get these other pots. Would you have a bloody go at it? She's choppy as, guys. That wind, she is something else. Fair dinkum. Oh well, we just gotta roll with the punches, guys. We deal with what we got, and we enjoy what we have. We cannot control the weather, but we're out here having an absolute cracker of a time. Woo-hoo! We got ourselves another buck, guys. He might even go legal too. Throw him on the measure stick. Backers on out of here, Black Beauty. We're just going to move this pot a little bit further up the creek system. I went for a drive right on up. Found myself a nice little spot. Oh, this guy, he is angry. You don't want to go nowhere. Come with me, my friend. It's not all doom and gloom, mate. If you're too small, you get to go back. But if you're big enough, you're tucker. Righto, righto. Iron and bark, here we go. What do we got? What do we got? We got ourselves another one for the well! Oh, that's $4 for the day, guys! Woohoo! Pop him on down there like that. We got our cup all preloaded, ready to go. Whack him on. Pop him in. Pop him in. Doesn't get any easier than that, guys. You little ripper, you tasty little critter, you. Righto, let's zip this pot up the creek and then we'll duck on in and do a bit of a cook up. Unfortunately, guys, I haven't had anyone send in any photographs for Fish of the Week this week. I mean, it's just one of them things. Uncle Benny's tried to make it work. I'll give it a couple more weeks and see how we go. Hopefully your nieces and nephews pick it up and get your parents to send Uncle Benny in some photographs. If not, it was worth a shot, because Uncle Benny remembers being a young fella. When I was a young fella, it It was on Brownie's Coast Watch. I've been down my local tackle shop every other weekend with my catch, trying to get myself on Brownie's Coast Watch. But hey, we'll see what happens, eh guys? Let's mosey on in and do a bit of a cook-up. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah! What an absolute cracker of a day! I did not expect to be rolling out of here with 4 nice bucks. Come on, let's go! Fair dinkum, guys. Be mad as a cut snake if we don't pop on into the honey hole on the way home. See how she's going, eh? Never know. Might have another buck. Surprised me already once today, it has. Righto, righto. Come on, big buck. There we go. What you reckon, boyo? Another big buck or what? Come on. Oh-hoo! We've got a couple in there. Not legal though. These ones are a little bit too small. Fair dinkum. Just when I thought he was too small. He's just legal. Rightio. That's crab number 5 for the day, guys. The honey hole paid off. Oh my goodness. Our cuff all preloaded, ready to go. What you think about that, boyo? Hey, what a cracker of a day. Unbelievable. Rightio. Let's get this pop back in, get this fella in the well. Hey, might even pop them all on out the well and give you a quick gander. Righto, righto. Let's get this sorted out. Fair dinkum, guys. Doesn't get any better than that. There's no bag out, but that's 5 good bucks. Having a cracker of a day out in the water with my best mate, picking up 5 good bucks. Now let's mosey on in and see if we can't do a bit of a cook up with these fellas, eh? And would you have a go at that, guys? What a cracker of a haul that was today, eh? Now, we're not going to do anything flash tonight for dinner. The girls from Iron and Bark, they gave me a little bit of an idea, they did. So we're going to cook 2 of the best crabs up tonight, and hopefully tomorrow we'll hit the upgrade train. We can start throwing these little teeny poppers back and keep them big rusty bucks. So let's get this on the cob grill, and we'll just add some fresh salt water in there, a little bit of Beechworth honey, because there ain't no honey like a Beechworth honey, and of course extra salt. Once we steam them all up, guys, I'll be back and I'll show you what we're going to do for dinner. Fair dinkum. I swear this girl's cooked more mud crab than any other form of tucker for me. Good old thing, the cob grill. I'm going to get these mud crab in the fridge, cool them on down, and I'll catch us at dinner time. Righto, guys, got the mud crab all peeled up for you. This recipe's from Iron and Bark, from Megan. I've got no butter, so we're going to make it a little bit fancy and use some avocado for the margarine butter. Now, she says to me, when you were a kid, do you remember being at school and throwing some Smith's chips on your sangers at lunchtime? Oh yeah, who didn't do that? So here we are, the old Smith's chips and crab sanger. Let's see how it goes, girls. She speaks very highly of it. And because Uncle Benny don't do nothing by halves, we're going the double crunch. So while I whip this all on up, how about I take us for a fly on round? And I'll just whip this on up, guys. Go on, get out there, goose. And that there is sanger number 1 done, guys. Now when you cut a sanger in half, there's always one of 2 people. When I was growing up, my nana, she would just really put a handprint in it. You're just there going, yeah, thanks, Nan. I like a bit of handprint with me sanger. Me granny, on the other hand, she's nice and delicate. She cut it nice and smooth like. Uncle Benny takes a little bit after granny when it comes to cutting a sanger. Fair dinkum, girls, that does not disappoint. That's an absolute sensational sanger. Righto, if you guys have enjoyed what you've seen today, just hit that subscribe button, click that bell, and I'll catch you on my next adventure. If you want any of this snazzy merch, I'll leave a link in the description below, guys, to my merch store. That's Uru for now, and have a cracker of a day. Uru!